Hello, welcome back to my session. My name is Abdulghani Abdulaziz. We'll be taking ourselves through Excel date function. What do we mean by Excel date function? Excel provides a wide range of functions to handle dates and time related calculations. The date function in Excel is used to convert date represented as year, month, and day into a serial number that can be used in calculations. In this session today, we will explore some functions in details and learn how to use it effectively. These date functions that we are talking about, they are powerful tool in Excel that allows users to convert a date into a serial number which can be used in calculation, as I've earlier said. By using this function along with other dates and time related functions, we can perform complex calculations and analysis in Excel. And we can also format our numbers, our dates in different ways to make them more readable and useful in our worksheet. So let's just go straight to date function. So we have several date functions. Here are some list of date functions that we have in Excel. The ones that you can be using on your day-to-day activities while working on Excel environment. So let's say we have this. If you want to know today's date, then all you need to do is just type your equal to today. The only argument it's requesting from me is just the open parentheses and the close parentheses. Just close the bracket, then hit your enter. So we'll have today's date. You might also decide that you want to know today's date with the current time. All Excel is requesting from me is just type your equals to now, then hit your enter. You'll notice this is today's date and this is the current time. What it means is if I should save this document and open it in the next 10 or 15 minutes, this date would update as well as the time also. If you open this same document, let's say probably next week, the date that you will have here will be the date you opened the document and the time you have opened the document. So there is another function that is called day. What does day requires from you? It will give you the particular day in a date. So let's say we have today's date, which is equals today. As a novice or as an expert or as a professional, someone has sent you days, you're saying 6 and you're saying 5. You probably don't know the day and you probably don't know the month. So what would you do? All you need to do is type your equals to day, requesting for the serial number, then you hit this. So Excel is telling you that the day is 6. The same thing goes to month, equals to month, requesting for the serial number, and you hit your enter. What's wrong? Equals month, and Excel is asking for the serial number, and you hit your enter. So with this, it will be easy for you to know that the 5 is the month and the 6 is the day. I'm very sure we all encounter this in our day-to-day activities while working with the dates. The same thing goes to the year. Because year, the serial number is the date. So if you look closely, you would notice that these dates and the time keeps updating. So these are some of the powerful tools Excel possess that we don't usually use in our activities. And there is another function itself that is called the dates. All the dates requires to is just input the year, the month, and the day. So when you hit your first dates, the first argument is the year 2023, then the month. So let's say the month is July and the day is 8. And hit your enter, that's it. This dated if also. So for some of us would if you try to input this, you would notice that you don't have a dated if. But don't worry, dated if in Excel it's an inbuilt. So when you input your dated if, all you'll be expecting is the function should come out. But don't worry. What dated if does is it gives you the difference between two different dates. Then you would specify the comparison unit that you want. Is it days, is it months, or is it year? So if you input your dated if equals to dated if, the first argument it would request for is a start date. You hit, let's say this is a start date, you hit your comma. The next date it would require you to input is the end date. So let's say this is the end date. So the comparison that I want is I want days. So or I want months. So I'll make sure my month is in M. So when you input your enter, you can see this is 0, which means it is still the same day. So let's say the end date is 2024, or let's say 2025. So between 2023 and 2025, we'll have 24 months. That's because we have specified our comparison unit to be in months. So what if we want it to be in year? All you need to do is just change this to Y, which is for year. So it means you have 2 years between this. So what will I do now? I'll change this to 2023, 2023. Okay. So network days. What does network days do? So network days would give you the number of working days between two dates. What do I mean by number of working days? It means the number of days that you go to work. It returns the number of work days between two dates, excluding weekends and any holidays that you specify. So let's say we have this. You hit your equals to net work days. First argument is a start date, which is this. You hit your comma, then the end date is this. So this is telling us that we have 10 good working days between these dates and these other dates. Now, just the way we perform our basic operation, our additions and subtractions in our Excel, we can also perform the same operations when it comes to dates. So let's say you want to add 7 days to this. If you look at this, if you hit your F2, it's telling you that it is today's date that is here. So all I want to do is I want to add 7 days to this equals to press this plus 7. It's telling me that 7 days to this time is 13th of May 2023. Same thing goes to when you want to subtract number of days. All you need to do is ensure the particular number of day you're subtracting has a negative sign in front of it. So equals to days plus this. And you hit your enter. 7 days before this is 29th of April. You can see how easy it is. Instead of you using your fingers to count or checking calendars, looking for calendars on your system or your phone, you can just perform this basic operation when it comes to dates. Same thing goes to month, but there's a slight change when it comes to month. There is a function that's called the edate. The edit would require the specific month you want to add. So let's say I want to add 10 months to today's date. So all I need to do is edit. The first argument is the start date. Then the second argument is the month. So when you hit your enter, good. This is showing us the numbers. So if you go to your number format styles, you can then change it to dates. So it means in the next 10 months will be in 2024. So if you want to subtract 10 months from this also, all you need to do is equals your e date and the start date is this, hit your comma, then the end date is this also. So I want it to be in date format. So 10 months backward is in 2022. Same thing goes to year. So we already know that 12 months makes a year. So all you need to do is ensure your month is converted to year. Then use the e date. So my e date, start date, I hit my comma, then the month. So instead of me selecting this, I can just press 120 months. I close the bracket, then I hit enter. Don't worry about this. The number you're seeing just shows the reason you are able to perform the basic operations. You can do your plus, your addition, your subtraction. So Excel dates are also a number. I hope you don't forget that when you input a text would align left, numbers would align right, and Boolean would align at the center. So when you input your date also, your date would align to the right because dates are numbers too. So equals today to align right. So for you to subtract 10 years backward, so equals to e dates, start date is today, and the number of months. You can do this, multiply by 12, that's it. So it means 10 years backward, we're in 2013. So this is if few or these are part of the functions that makes you work smarter or makes your work handy and you work efficiently while working with Excel. Thank you.